Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm called the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff for organizations for more than 40 years. Today I'm going to talk with you about how to handle the secret illegal question. Now, we all know that there are certain questions that interviewers and employers are not legally allowed to ask. Questions about age, questions that indicate a bias about women, like, gee, you're a parent, you've got young children, sure you can do a job like this? How old are you anyway? Stuff along those lines. Those are the obvious illegal questions. But there are secret illegal questions. A secret illegal question is the one that an interviewer thinks about, but never comes out in their mind, out of their mouth as an actual question. So, these are questions about biases in one form or another. So the obvious bias of ageism, how do you handle that? How do you handle the question about, gee, you've been out of work for so long, what's wrong with you? Now, that's not technically an illegal question. The however is, that's a question on your mind, so why avoid it? These are all things that you can be proactive about, and that's the philosophy that I take about this. You don't wait for them to ask questions. You address what you know the issue is going to be in the course of telling a story. So, for example, the question of ageism. I'm 62 at the time of this video, and let's say I was looking for a job. My manager would be in their 30s. Now, the first bias here right off the bat is, can a 62-year-old guy work for someone who's 35? The easiest way to address stuff like this is to say things like, well, I was responsible for, you talk about your role and responsibilities, and, you reported to an individual who was, 30 years your junior, and you got along great with them. Or you speak about, could you, one of the biases, could you report to a woman? Now, I don't know why this still shows up in people's minds, because Lord knows women in the U.S. in the workforce is pretty normal. But it sometimes shows up. Now, I wouldn't address that one head on. You might talk about, I was reporting to so-and-so. I reported to an individual who's responsible for such and such. Her span of control. Notice how I use the gender preposition her? Or she was responsible for. So it addresses it in a very subtle way without you saying, I reported to a woman who. You don't want to telegraph it quite that much. If you're African American, if you're Latino, I know you're going to recognize this one, but sometimes there's the question of, can this black woman fit in with a bunch of white women? Or can this Latino man fit in with a bunch of white guys? So you might just talk about working in a diverse organization where there were people from all different kinds of backgrounds, or you had clients who were very diverse, who you supported, and you can address things in that way. So again, the way to deal with a secret illegal question is very subtly, through telling the story of your career, talk about how you worked in environments where you coped with the bias. It's very simple that you coped with that situation, you succeeded in that situation, you starred in that situation, you were a champion in that situation. Okay? So that's the easiest way to handle it. Now, if you like today's video, there are many more at my website, which is JeffAltman.com, or you can watch them at YouTube. Just look up my name, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, or the Big Game Hunter TV, and you'll find many more on YouTube. In addition, come over to my website and sign up for a complimentary subscription to my e-zine, which is called No BS Job Search Advice. I publish it on Tuesdays with advice for job hunters that's good anywhere in the world. Plus, you can read many of the previous articles from the e-zine at my website. You can also post your resume to more than 50 sites. You can use easy-to-work-with career builder links. You have access to Job Search Universe on the home page and Indeed on that links page. And both of those search thousands of sites for job leads. There's also podcasts from my radio show, No BS Job Search Advice Radio, that you can listen to on my website. I do the show Mondays at 9 a.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio if you ever want to listen to it live, but you can always listen to it later that same day on my website. There's also information about my books and guides to job hunting as well as other people's books, all of which are available through Amazon. If you'd like to send a connection request to me on LinkedIn, look for Jeff Altman in New York City, and then look specifically for the one who kind of looks like me, and also has the Big Game Hunter and my company's domain address underneath my name. This is Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Hope you have a great day. Take care.